that most of the protesters were already in custody. 39 people now face charges of conspiracy against religious freedom and interfering with the right of religious freedom. A lawyer for City's Church praised the Justice Department for charging more people, saying the First Amendment does not give anyone license to storm a church and intimidate families. Protesters focused on the church after learning a pastor there is also an immigration enforcement official. I'm Jennifer King.
Michelangelo's The Last Judgment is getting a facial. The Vatican Museum's Saturday unveiled how restorers are removing a chalky white film of salt that has accumulated over the fresco since its last major renovation 3 decades ago. They're using a simple technique, Japanese rice paper dipped in distilled water.
Whether you're preparing for exams, juggling family and career, or just looking to stay sharp as you age, Think Factor is here to help. Created by the same company that makes Relief Factor, Think Factor supports sharper focus, stronger recall, and clearer thinking. It's the natural way to give your brain the daily nutrients it needs for memory, attention, and even vibrant vision. Call 800-4-RELIEF. 800, the number 4-RELIEF, or visit relieffactor.com to learn more. Look, I was a little bit skeptical. I started taking Think Factor. After a few weeks, wow, my memory, my focus, my concentration, better than ever. And Think Factor results get better the longer it's taken. If you want to stay focused during demanding tasks, keep your memory strong, maintain mental energy for whatever's ahead, well, Think Factor is for you. Call 800-4-RELIEF. 800, the number 4-RELIEF, or visit relieffactor.com to learn more and order Think Factor. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily. Call 800-4-RELIEF or visit relieffactor.com for Think Factor.
Swantee's a Bullhead City, wants to make your life easier. Swantee's has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantee's features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantee's wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you. Have an extra car? Sell it to us today or trade in to upgrade. Swantee's of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95 right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
Ladies, have you noticed that your mental picture of the ideal man has shifted or even completely transformed as you've gotten older? If so, you're not alone. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, back with the Skinny on postmenopausal mate preferences after this.
Is your email box overrun with spam? With a StartMail account, you'll never have to give your real email address to a stranger again. Online shopping, newsletter subscriptions, getting that 30% off coupon, they all need your email address. But with StartMail, you can invent new addresses or aliases linked to your inbox behind the scenes and give those out to people while keeping your real address hidden. It's just one more protection from StartMail.com.
A small study of 122 Polish women yielded some fascinating insights on what ladies find attractive as they age. These gals were presented with men of every shape and size, and when they were shown skinnier, full-bearded men, postmenopausal women were far more likely to like what they saw than their younger counterparts, who preferred buffer boys with less facial hair. The older ladies probably went for more facial hair because it's often associated with maturity and status, and now that they're out of their reproductive years, hulking muscles aren't quite as alluring as they once were. It just goes to show our priorities change as we get older. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht for StartMail.com and RealIsGood.org.
Swantee's of Bullhead City, wants to make your life easier. Swantee's has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantee's features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantee's wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you. Have an extra car? Sell it to us today or trade in to upgrade. Swantee's of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95 right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
From the KTOX AM 1340 and 92.9 FM Weather Center, I'm Charles Dixon. Clear sky and 92 degrees on Route 66 in Needles, and good afternoon to listeners in Oatman. Currently broken clouds and 84 degrees for you. Getting down to 64 overnight tonight. Sunday's high will be in the lower 90s, few clouds. Temperatures in the mid-80s on Monday. That's your KTOX Tri-State weather. Brought to you by Route 66 Broadband.
This is KTOX.
The opinions voiced on the Rob Hanson radio program are those of the host and the callers, and not necessarily those of KTOX and Reuben Broadcasting.
Oh, my goodness gracious me, mercy sakes alive. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. Let's get this thing started, shall we? I think we shall.
It's the Miss Rob Hanson radio program on KTOX 1340 AM, now with FM on 92.9 FM. The Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader.
Oh, yes. What a weekend. What a morning. Wake up. You know, we're not going to be talking about the usual Saturday headlines, folks, but we are witnessing right now is history unfolding in real time. The United States and Israel have launched coordinated military strikes deep inside Iran. President Trump has confirmed it personally. This is a major combat operation. And he says that the strikes will be continuing throughout the week. The major combat operations, officially dubbed Operation Epic Fury, good grief, by the Pentagon. And the first confirmed results are coming in fast. I'm going to walk you through everything we know and that is verifiable right now. Straight from official statements, major news outlets with reporters on the ground and government confirmations on both sides. As you know, I don't deal in rumors or unconfirmed social media clips, no speculation about who's dead or who's alive that hasn't been backed up by multiple sources. Just the facts as they stand at this hour. Let's start at the beginning. Early this morning, U.S. and Israeli forces began large-scale airstrikes and missile campaign against Iran. President Trump went on video. You can find it on True Social and pretty much every major network and social media platform, and said operation is aimed at eliminating Iran's nuclear program, destroying its ballistic missile capabilities, and neutralizing the threat to America, Israel, and our allies in the region. He called it major combat operations. He made it clear this is not a limited strike. Verifiable targets have been hit so far, according to the U.S. and Israeli military statements and confirmed by multiple international outlets. Iran's nuclear facilities, ballistic missile sites, air defense systems, and military leadership compounds in and around Tehran and other cities. Israel Defense Forces have stated that approximately 200 fighter jets took part in the initial wave, striking hundreds of targets. That is a massive operation, one of the largest in the region in decades. Iran state media and Red Crescent Society have now confirmed the human cost on their side. The latest reports that I can confirm have been at least 201 people have been killed and at least 474 injured across Iran from these strikes. Those numbers have come directly from Iran officials and state television. Now, mind you, I wrote this portion hours ago, and of course, there's new news, and reports are coming in that their supreme leader, Ayatollah Khomeini, has been killed in these strikes. Anyway, we're taking them at face value because no one is releasing them. Now, the retaliation, Iran did not sit idle. Within hours, they launched ballistic missiles and drones towards Israel, towards U.S. military installations across the Middle East. Israel Defense Forces had confirmed multiple waves of missiles fired from Iran towards Israeli territory. Sirens sounded across parts of Israel, and the Iron Dome and other defense systems went to work. At the same time, Iranian missiles targeted U.S. allied sites in the Gulf, confirmed locations under attack or targets to include U.S. Fifth Fleet headquarters in Bahrain, bases in Qatar, facilities in Kuwait, and sites in the United Arab Emirates. By the way, none of those countries are amused. And, of course, positions in Jordan. Explosions and air defense activity have been reported through these areas. Bahrain has publicly confirmed the missile attack near the U.S. air base. Several Gulf countries say their own air defense intercepted incoming threats. The U.S. military has so far reported no American casualties and only minimal damage at its facilities. And that's straight from Pentagon updates. President Trump, in his video message, did not mince words. He said he told the Iranian people directly to seize control of your destiny, rise up, and take your government back. He said the regime has rejected every chance at peace. They kept rebuilding its nuclear program and kept threatening the region. He made it clear the goal is to remove the threat once for all. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has echoed that message, urging Iranians to take to the streets. Both leaders are framing this as a chance for real change inside Iran after decades of aggression. So what does this mean right now, this afternoon or this evening? Airspace across parts of the Middle East is restricted. Commercial flights are being diverted or canceled. Oil shipping through the Strait of Hormuz is already seeing disruptions. Tankers are slowing or rerouting as a precaution. And, of course, the markets are reacting. So expect higher prices at the pump for a while. The United Nations Secretary General has called for calm, and the escalation undermines international peace. Russia, of course, has condemned the strikes. Other world leaders are watching closely, many urging de-escalation, while privately relieved that somebody finally acted against Iran's nuclear march. I want you to hear this loud and clear. Our men and women in uniform are performing with precision and professionalism. The United States did not start this fight, but we are finishing it on our terms. For years, we watched Iran fund terrorism, attack our troops through proxies, shoot at our ships, and race toward a nuclear weapon. This morning, that changed. Now, the results so far, and let me sum this up in plain English. Iran's nuclear and missile infrastructure has taken heavy and confirmed damage. Their ability to threaten Israel and our bases has been degraded in the opening hours. Over 200 Iranian deaths reported by their own government. Iranian missiles are flying, but so far met with strong defenses. No confirmed American or Israeli deaths from retaliation as of yet. The operation is continuing as ongoing and could last for days. Matter of fact, I was just looking at an article before I came on where the president said operations would be continuing through the week. This is not over. U.S. officials are saying that they are prepared for sustained campaign if necessary. Now, I've been in this chair for a long time. I remember the Soleimani strike, the Abraham Accords, the pressure campaigns. somehow this one feels a little bit different. Bigger, more decisive. President Trump campaigned on peace through strength. Today we're seeing exactly what that looks like. And I want to hear from you. I'm going to go to the phones here in a few minutes and tell me, are you proud of the stand America's taking? Are you worried about the escalation? What do you think the end game should be? Because this isn't just the Middle East story. This is about a rogue regimes get to threaten the world with impunity, or whether free world finally says, that's enough. We're going to continue on this and update you as new information comes in. No spin, no hype, just a straight story. As far as I can, and you know, I'll do my best. In the meantime, do me a favor. Say a prayer for our troops and the people of Israel. And yes, even for the Iranian people who have suffered under that regime far too long. This is the Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM, 92.9 FM. We'll be back after these messages, KTOX Needles, with your phone calls.
Yeah. Some call me the gangster of love. Some people call me Maurice. Because I speak of the pompatus of love.
Portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-State's Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
Developers and investors, located in beautiful Needles, California. This is your opportunity. Riverlux Resort, a city-approved 15-acre mixed-use development along the Colorado River, zoned PUD and C2, ready for retail, resort, and residential growth. Prime location between the river and the golf course, where lifestyle meets potential. Visit riverluxresort.com and discover the vision. Developers and investors, located in beautiful Needles, California. This is your opportunity. Riverlux Resort, a city-approved 15-acre mixed-use development along the Colorado River, zoned PUD and C2, ready for retail, resort, and residential growth. Prime location between the river and the golf course, where lifestyle meets potential. Visit riverluxresort.com and discover the vision.
As humans, we ask ourselves all kinds of questions. But what if we were forced to ask ourselves a question every day that affected the outcome of the most basic things, the most important things in our lives? The question is, what is your sexual orientation or gender identity? And the answer is the difference between keeping your job or getting fired. The answer is the difference between staying in your home or getting evicted. The answer is the difference between receiving medical treatment or not. Because in 31 states, it's legal to discriminate against people based on their answer to this question. LGBT Americans have the right to say I do, but they don't have the same basic rights as everyone else. Get the facts at beyondido.org. Brought to you by the Gill Foundation and the Ad Council.
Olivia from Washington. laid off and trying to keep our little kids from realizing that Mommy and Daddy haven't eaten in a while.
Roger, from California. I'm grateful we could afford our son's surgery. I'm nervous that now we can't really afford food.
Daniel from California. Choosing whether to pay the rent or pay to fix the car to get to work doesn't leave us with much at all. Now we can't even pay for meals.
Donna from Louisiana. The storm just hit, and we went from donating to the food bank to needing it.
Keisha from South Carolina. I've been skipping meals so my 2 kids can eat, but filling up on water doesn't really work.
Hunger is a story we can end. End it at feedingamerica.org. Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Not only are people locally listening to KTOX on AM radio, but people from all over the world are listening online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on a plethora of internet platforms.
Oh, internet platforms? What's that?
Get KTOX on your iPhone, laptop, Droid, notebook, PC at home, even internet radio in your car. To find out how you can connect to KTOX, go to KTOX1340.com.
KTOX 1340 AM, standing up for truth, justice, and a decent cup of coffee.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
And welcome back. 855-586-9134 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. And I'll tell you what, let's go straight to the phones right now. KTOX, you are on the air. Good afternoon.
Woohoo! Hey, before my wife and I fled the communist state of California, I lived next door to an Iranian family. I've known the guy and his family for over 20 years, and I still keep in touch with him. His family and every other, I'm assuming he's Muslim, he never said, but if he and his family are a representation of the majority of Islam, I would love to love those people, okay? His family and all of his relatives have been waiting for this day. Okay, I heard we just got the big guy. We got the Ayatollah.
Yes.
And 40 others, okay? These people have been as desperate as the people in Cuba to get rid of the communist regime in Cuba. When I was in high school in the mid-'70s, a guy named Robert Martinez, I think he even had an uncle who got caught up in the Day of Pigs. His family, his relatives, you heard stories about they were training out in the desert to take Cuba back over, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you just saw the gunboat thing that went down, right?
Right.
Off the coast of Cuba. So this needs to be done. It's got to be done, and that's it, you know. And hopefully Iranian people get their country back from these insane Islamic fanatics. It's crazy.
Absolutely. Well, you know, there are reports, especially during the I don't know, the demonstrations that were happening in Iran, that several mosques got torched, and there because, well, the people are frankly tired of living as a Muslim state.
And a slave population.
Absolutely.
We're going through that in this country now, especially Texas. Okay, it has already been proven. People have left Islam because of their nonsense. Islam, okay, granted, Christianity, okay, you know, Catholics, Christians, Jews, everybody's been incredibly overzealous in killing other races and religions and whatever. But these guys, their whole thing is, if you don't accept Allah, you must die. You either
and even if you do, your life
die.
isn't guaranteed.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. You know, this is BS, dude. The whole part of Islam is to take over. Look what's happening in Europe, dude. The Europeans are finally dumping all the Muslims that are terrorists. The whole world is done with their crap, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the bottom line, man. So keep going, get rid of them, and let's see what happens. And I'm sure the regime change is probably going to be good.
Well, it'll definitely be different. Let's see if they take a different tact and go a little bit more secular rather than religious. And
yeah,
let's bring back the Tehran from 1974 or 75, where I'm sure you've seen the pictures out there. It was a modern city.
Yeah.
It was a modern city with modern luxuries, modern living, the whole 9 yards. It was
right.
really a jewel in the desert.
Yeah.
1978, 1979, and forward, they took that jewel and destroyed it.
What was the Shah of Iran doing so badly that they felt they had to overthrow him?
I have no idea.
I don't
have
either, dude.
Absolutely no clue. But, they wanted power for themselves. And because, the Shah of Iran was royalty, so to speak.
Yeah.
They could not they could not do this. Now, there is a prince or a princeling in the wings waiting to come in to bring the Shahs back into power.
His son, I believe.
Something like that. Son or grandson, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is a Prince Ali. No, don't quote me on
that. You know what's so funny and ironic and sad is that when your and my white ancestors were in Europe running around in acting like cavemen and crap, Persia, Iran were already involved in astrology and high-powered mathematics.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Where most of Western Europe are going, ooga, ooga, booga, Come on, dude. I mean, it's horrible.
Well, okay.
They were way ahead of the game back then,
we haven't had Pastor Jim here in a couple of weeks because, well, he's just getting out of the hospital today, by the way. He should be back on the air in about 2 weeks, I think.
Is he going to be doing church service tomorrow?
No. I don't believe he will be. He's just getting out of the hospital. I mean, the surgery he had was extremely invasive. So, yeah,
too bad.
unless they want to bring him in on a pallet and let him do that from there, I don't think that's going to be happening. However, he is getting out today, and then
how
going
much do you
home.
know about his church? Just real quick, how much do you know about his church?
Quite a bit, actually.
Who's the nice lady in black that does some of the ministry and services? Is that his wife?
There's a lot of them there. A lot of the ladies. I know his wife takes care of a lot of the youth stuff. There are, oh good God, every single last one of them are awesome people, and so just the lady in black is not a sufficient descriptor for me to even place.
She's an older lady. She was. I was there. I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago for the first time to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Firehouse Ministries.
Yep.
I was going to help them as a volunteer. I'm retired, man. And unfortunately, Henry and his little stupid plumber that goes by CW ruined that, dude. So I'm no longer supporting Firehouse Ministries or anybody there. All these drug addicts seem to think that everybody else needs help somehow. It was really insulting on Henry's show. I mean, it was ridiculous. But anyways, I'm really sorry to hear about.
I don't know why that would ruin it for you there to volunteer.
Because
I mean,
they're associated. Because they're associated. I'm going to run into Henry and that little punk plumber named CW eventually.
No.
And I don't associate with losers.
Okay, gotcha.
So anyways, I feel bad for the pastor, but have a good day, dude.
All right, later. 855-586-9134 is the number if you want to join in the conversation. So, yeah. So, Iranian. Let me open this in a new tab so I don't ruin the tab that I have. Anyway, some of the most terrible monsters that were running the regime have been reported eliminated, including 2 individuals responsible for the deaths of tens of thousands of Iranians in last night's bombing. One of them directed the massacre of tens of thousands of Iranians in January. That would be Mohammed Pakpour, Pakpour, commander of the ISGC, was killed. And a judge who sent innocent civilians to their death was also reported killed last night. And I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce his name because, well, frankly, I would completely mash it. Ghulam Hussein Mohsen Agi, head of the judiciary in Iran. He gave death sentences to thousands of protesters. So things are already starting to get better for them over this. Yet we have Democrats in the country. Not all Democrats, mind you. We've got Democrats in this country who are very upset about this round of airstrikes. Extremely upset. To the point where top Democrats condemn Operation Epic Fury as missile and can a plan to bring war power, or Massey and can a plan to bring war powers resolution. Yeah. House and Senate Democratic leaders are now demanding the Congress return to Washington, D.C. on Monday to pass a war powers resolution in an attempt to stop the U.S. from taking additional actions in Iran. Trump announced early on Saturday morning that American forces are engaged in what he described as a massive and ongoing operation aimed at neutralizing Iran's regime's ability to threaten U.S. troops, American allies, and the homeland itself. Israel further confirmed it as it launched a preemptive strikes on Iranian territory joined by border and U.S. A broader U.S. military offensive targeting military and nuclear sites across Tehran and other major cities. And, of course, Khomeini has been confirmed dead by Israeli officials. Democrat Representative Ro Khanna reacted to the news on Saturday morning, calling on Congress to vote on Representative Thomas Massey and his war powers resolution to restrict the president's authority to continue military action in Iran. I don't know if we want to take a listen to this. Let's fiddlesticks. I hate it when they do the ads thing. So we'll just anyway. There we go.
Donald Trump has launched a war on Iran. The Congress must reconvene on Monday to vote on Thomas Massey and my war powers resolution to stop this war. Trump says his goal is to topple the Iranian regime. But the American people are tired of regime change wars that cost us billions of dollars and risk our lives. We don't want to be at war with a country of 90 million people in the Middle East. Every member of Congress must go on record today on how they will vote on Thomas Massie and my War Powers resolution.
Of course, Thomas Massie said in a X post, "I'm opposed to this war."
When a 50-year-old man walks,
I'm opposed to this war. This is not America first. When Congress reconvenes, I will work with to force a congressional vote on the war with Iran. The Constitution requires a vote, and your representative needs to go on record as opposing or supporting this war. You know, I understand. And frankly, I don't want to see the United States at war again. But apparently, this is just going to be airstrikes. No people, no feetsies on the ground. No setting up military bases throughout Iran. No setting up fiat governments or principalities. Destroying their capability to wage war on others in the region seems to be the goal. And yes, for those of you out there that this is all about oil, yeah, I'm sure the flow of oil is a major consideration because they've been threatening to close off those straits and not allow oil tankers from other countries to go. I'm sure that's part of the equation. So you're not all the way right and you're not all the way wrong. But so far, everything I've seen indicates there are not going to be boots on the ground. There's not going to be boots on the ground. And we're going to let the Iranian people decide their future. My opinion, this is how the wars after 9/11 should have been fought. Military strikes, no boots on the ground, and just pound them into the Stone Age. Except we're not at war with the civilians of Iran. We're not targeting them. Even though the spinmeisters out of Iran are trying to, they're aiming at schools and hospitals and they're blowing up all sorts of civilian infrastructure, blah, 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 blah. Okay. How many Iranian dollars or whatever they use for money to fund terrorist groups like Hamas or Hezbollah? How much of that money has been spent to blow up innocent people in schools and hospitals? How much of that money has been used to wage war, a war of terror on civilians? I'm not saying that we are justified in going and hitting civilian targets. No, I'm not. You're not hearing that from me. But it's mighty rich about them complaining that civilian targets are being hit after they support terrorism that does just that. And before I get a bunch of calls, the Iranian government just wanted to be left alone. That's funny. For a country that wants to constantly be left alone, certainly screams death to America, death to the USA, enough to make my eyebrows raise. Even when we're doing something that doesn't directly affect them. So, no, I am not upset that the U.S. started bombing Iran. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen soon. You don't send two aircraft carrier strike groups into a region just to park them on vacation. The rhetoric had been ramping up for weeks, months, years, decades. And the peace talks that Iran was supposed to be having with the United States were nothing but measures to stall the United States. No, I wasn't there. No, I wasn't in the meetings. No, I wasn't this. But this is what is being reported, and this is the track record. The Obama administration tried appeasement. The Biden administration tried appeasement. When they paid them billions and billions and billions of dollars, all that money went into weapons research and to fund terrorism throughout the Middle East. Now, the FBI has raised the alert nationwide today after the military strikes on Iran. Several senior Iranian regime figures were killed in the military strikes, and the U.S. conducted military strikes on Iran. Of course, we know this. Fox News is reporting that several senior leaders have been killed. However, it is unclear who they are. Well, we know Khomeini and a bunch of other ones. Now, thousands of dangerous Iranian nationals and other Islamic terrorists have illegally entered the United States during the Biden regime. Let me say that again. Thousands of dangerous Iranian nationals and other Islamic terrorists entered illegally during the Biden regime. So DHS Secretary Kristi Noem said this morning, I am in direct coordination with our federal intelligence and law enforcement partners as we continue to closely monitor and thwart any potential threats to the homeland. Fox News said the FBI's counterterrorism and counterintelligence teams are on elevated alert nationwide, a Bureau official told Fox News this morning. The Bureau did not immediately elaborate on how long it will remain in effect, but as long as necessary. The move comes as U.S. operations against Iran continues, and tensions escalate across the region. So what do you think? What do you think is the outcome of this? Is Russia and China going to stay out of this? Are they going to, or are they just going to send harshly worded letters and notes and complain in the UN Security Council? The U.S. is being mean to us again. They took out our friend in Venezuela. Now they killed Khomeini. It's horrible. This is the Mr. Rob Hanson Radio Program. We'll be back after these messages. KTOX Needles. This portion of the Rob Hanson Radio Program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi. Because time is money, and we're always on time.
Attention all business owners. If you have been looking for a reliable cleaning service, stop searching. Riverlife Pros are the best in the industry. Riverlife Pros are a family-owned mother-daughter cleaning service revitalizing businesses from Needles to Laughlin. Licensed and bonded, Carrie Ann, Kylie, and Ashley will go the extra mile to make your enterprise sparkle. Make an appointment today with Riverlife Pros by calling 702-859-2480, 813-812-3097, or go to homecleaningmojavivalley.com.
This is Mike from the Afternoon Drive-By. I want to talk to you about one of KTOX's most loyal and famous sponsors. That is Dandy's Donut and Deli in Fort Mojave. Dandy's has fresh-baked donuts, hot and iced coffee every day. Besides the consistently incomparable food and exceptional service, Dandy's overall excellence and clean atmosphere is unsurpassed. Dandy's Donut and Deli at 4630 Highway 95. Open 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Most pedestrian and bicycle crashes happen early morning or at night. The leading cause? Drivers failing to yield. Since 2010, traffic fatalities for people walking and biking have doubled in Arizona. So stay alert and watch for bicycles and pedestrians. There's no such thing as accidents. Learn more about the risks at azdot.gov/no-accidents. This message is brought to you by the Arizona Department of Transportation.
KTOX would love to do your advertising. If your organization or business needs a little help, KTOX can get your name out on the air. We have the best advertising rates in the area. Reach us by email at ktoxradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562. That's KTOXradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm gonna take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Not only are people locally listening to KTOX on AM radio, but people from all over the world are listening online 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on a plethora of internet platforms.
Internet platforms? What's that?
Get KTOX on your iPhone, laptop, Droid, notebook, PC at home, even internet radio in your car. To find out how you can connect to KTOX, go to KTOX1340.com.
KTOX Needles, the very best in live local talk.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
Every form of refuge has its price, and it breaks her heart to think her love is only given to a man with hands as cold as ice. So she tells him she must go out.
And welcome back. Thought I turned on the microphone. I had. That's all right. One of these days, I'll turn into a professional broadcaster. I figure after 30 years, maybe it's time. Anyway, 855-586-9134. So the president issued a statement on Truth Social earlier after confirming that the Iranian supreme leader, Khomeini, is dead. He says this: Khomeini is one of the most evil people in history, is dead. This is not only justice for the for the people of Iran, but for all great Americans and the people from many countries throughout the world that have been killed or mutilated by Khomeini and his gang of bloodthirsty thugs. He was unable to avoid our intelligence and highly sophisticated tracking systems, and working closely with Israel, there was not a thing he or the other leaders he or the other leaders that have been killed along with him could do. This is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. We're hearing that many from the IRGC military and other security and police forces no longer want to fight. They're looking for immunity from us. As I said last night, now they can have immunity. Later, they only get death. Hopefully, the IRGC and the police will peacefully merge with the Iranian patriots and work together as a unit to bring the country back to the greatness it deserves. That process should be starting. That process should soon be starting. In that, not only the death of Khomeini, but the country has been, in only one day, very much destroyed and even obliterated. The heavy and pinpointed bombing, however, will continue uninterrupted through the week or as long as necessary to achieve our objective of peace throughout the Middle East and indeed the world. Thank you for your attention to this matter, President Donald J. Trump. Sorry, I don't do a Trump voice. What are your opinions on this? We heard from one gentleman a few minutes ago. I want to know yours as well. 855-586-9134. Is the United States on the right track? Did we do the right thing by taking out Ayatollah Khomeini? Did we do the right thing? Have we done the right thing? Have we done the right thing to secure peace in the Middle East? I don't know. I don't know how you can say you've secured peace through bombing and continued attacks. But I'm not going to lose a moment's amount of sleep over hearing that monster is dead. I'm not going to lose a moment of sleep knowing that a lot of the top officials are dead as well. And I am quite sure that whatever's left of the Iranian government could signal surrender and the bombing would stop. Of course, a lot of contingencies would have to happen before the bombing was up. But I'm sure they could signal surrender and it would stop. But that's just my opinion. I think the people who are in power are so used to being in power and so used to having unlimited power that the thought of surrender is unthinkable to them. So what do you think? I want your phone calls after the top of the hour break. 855-586-9134. This is the Mr. Rob Hanson radio program. Oh, by the way, the reason I have not been on for the last 3 days, my daughter Megan is very ill. Right now she has been hospitalized and I've been dealing with that. But thank God they're looking at this and trying to figure out what's going on and what they need to do. Appreciate any prayers you could send her way. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program, KTOX Needles.
KTOX and K281CR Needles.
If you are just turning on your radios,
this is KTOX.
Bring you up to date on the news.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Mary Rose. President Trump says Iran's supreme leader has been killed in a joint U.S. and Israeli military operation.
The president announced the death of Ayatollah Khamenei in a social media post, writing that the supreme leader was one of the most evil people in history. Donald Trump also said the Ayatollah's passing is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. The death occurred after a joint U.S.-Israeli aerial bombardment, and the president said heavy bombing would continue for several days. Greg Clugston, Washington.
University of St. Andrews Strategic Studies professor Phillips O'Brien says the answer to a key question should come soon after the military operation ends.
Have they been able to devastate the regime to a degree that the regime's rule is threatened and the leadership is, say, been decapitated? That is something we should know in a few days, whether they've gotten that part of the operation under control or not. If, within a week they have not gotten rid of the regime is still there, the military is still loyal, and the Iranian people have not risen up, then I think we can say they had not done their preparation work.
Public policy expert Matthew Continetti believes President Trump's State of the Union address was a resounding success.
I think he reset the political conversation. He wove these stories of patriotism into the speech in such a kind of dramatic and captivating way. The Democrats didn't know what to do. And then in that very important moment when he asked Congress to stand up if they believed that the government's primary responsibility was protecting American citizens, not illegal aliens, the Democrats sat down.
World leaders have responded cautiously after the attacks. Saturday, European leaders held emergency meetings and moved to protect citizens in the Middle East. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, launching a new project, or just looking for that extra edge, your brain is your most valuable asset. Now there's a way to support it every single day, Think Factor. From the makers of Relief Factor, Think Factor is built to help you stay sharp, nurture your memory, boost your attention. It unlocks the mental clarity and precision you need to stay ahead of the game, no matter the challenge. After a couple of weeks of taking Think Factor, I noticed a dramatic difference in my clarity, my focus, even my memory. And look, the longer you take Think Factor, the better it works. This is not a one-off. You want to take Think Factor regularly. If you're a go-getter who refuses to settle, Think Factor can help you perform at your best and keep your edge. Call 800-4RELIEF. That's 800-4RELIEF, or just visit ReliefFactor.com to order Think Factor. Go to ReliefFactor.com or call 800-4RELIEF. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily with Think Factor.
Swantee's of Bullhead City wants to make your life easier. Swantee's has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantee's features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no hassle financing. Now Swantee's wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you, have an extra car, sell it to us today, or trade in to upgrade. Swantee's of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95, right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
Teachers across the nation are rethinking the American grading system, and their ideas deserve a resounding A+. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, back to educate you on an alternative grading method next.
Red alert, Yahoo users. You've fallen in a trap that could ruin your life. If you keep using Yahoo,
you consent to sharing all data in your email account with our AI providers, and you grant us a perpetual license to use, display, publish, and publicly distribute your content in any media known now or in the future, and to let other users access and distribute it as well.
Yikes! It's time to switch to StartMail, the only email that's AI-free and private by design. StartMail.com.
Do students' grades actually reflect their knowledge? Many educators say no. So some teachers are now setting learning goals where they establish a skills-based standard, like explaining how plants grow. Then, instead of grading based on homework and quizzes, they get students involved with the material and give them multiple ways to demonstrate their knowledge. At the end of the semester, their grades are based on how well they understand key concepts, rather than just by numerically averaging the grades they got across the semester. My doctorate is in educational psychology, and I support this change. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, reminding you to support what's real. Visit my new website at realisgood.org.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
From the KTOX AM 1340 and 92.9 FM Weather Center, I'm Charles Dixon.
Clear sky and 92 degrees on Route 66 in Needles, and good afternoon to listeners in Oatman. Currently broken clouds and 84 degrees for you. Getting down to 64 overnight tonight. Sunday's high will be in the lower 90s, few clouds. Temperatures in the mid-80s on Monday. That's your KTOX Tri-State weather. Brought to you by Route 66 Broadband.
This is KTOX.
The opinions voiced on the Rob Hanson radio program are those of the host and the callers, and not necessarily those of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting.
Oh my goodness gracious me. It is hour number 2 of the Saturday edition of the Miss Rob Hanson radio program. Welcome back. Let's get things started. 855-586-9134.
It's the Miss Rob Hanson radio program on KTOX 1340 AM, now with FM on 92.9 FM, the Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
Makes you wanna scream and shout. Presidential party. No one wants to dance.
And welcome back. 855-586-9134. You know, it's been really kind of interesting. Some of the social media posts coming out of Iran in the midst of this, with bombing going on in the background, people cheering, laughing, celebrating. The Iranian American activist Masha, I can't pronounce her name, whose family still resides in Iran, revealed during a television appearance that many Iranians are experiencing mixed emotions, but notably a sense of relief and even joy as American strikes begin targeting Islamic Republic military apparatus. According to her, citizens inside of Iran are simultaneously feeling pain, hope, and deep concern, but are reacting emotionally to what they see as a long overdue accountability for regime forces such as the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which have violently suppressed anti-government protests across the country. For 47 years, the people of Iran have lived under the shadow of theological dictatorship. And now the U.S. and Israel finally take the fight to the Revolutionary Guard. People see a glimmer of hope that the beginning of the future has arrived. She said this. You know what? We'll just go ahead and play this because I kind of want to hear it. As long as I'm not playing music in the background. There we go.
I'm being bombarded by different emotions. And this is the moment that Iranians, my people, are experiencing different feelings, pain, and at the same time, hope, concern, and at the same time, hope. And I repeat that because that can be the beginning of a future that people of Iran have been waiting for this moment for 47 years. Let's just make it very clear. Now, when I talk to Iranians, for 1 second, they scream out of joy when they hear that their killers finally being the target of the U.S. government and they see justice. But at the same time, they are worried. They're concerned that if this is not going to lead regime change, that if this is not going to be the end of this regime, and if the American government, the Israeli government, only target the military leader, not the political leaders, then the people of Iran are going to be left alone on themselves by a wounded ISIS, by a wounded regime and government, and that's going to be a huge risk for my people inside Iran. I have family there, my parents, my brothers, my sisters, all my beloved people, they live there. But believe me, we don't want people like Zoran Mamdani or some of Americans lecture us about peace, about war, because this is a war being brought to us Iranian people by the Islamic Republic, by the warmonger Revolutionary Guards. And this is the moment that Europeans should join the U.S. government, should join the Israeli government to end the Islamic Republic. If not, believe me, this regime will end democracy, will end American citizens' life everywhere, because the Islamic Republic is like cancer, and they will infect the rest of the world if we don't remove them.
What do you think about that? 855-586-9134. Do you agree with her? Do you agree that the Islamic regime in Iran is a cancer? And that it would spell the death of Western civilization as we know it? I want to know your opinion. 855-586-9134. Because I think she's right. Not completely, but I think she's right in a lot of sentiment. The fundamentalist Islamic regimes have been a cancer on society, on Western society, and even their own societies. If you disagree with them, well, that's a death sentence for you. You either have to be all for them or you're all dead. Kind of a stark contrast to those of us here in the United States. Where we invite political debate. We shouldn't, however, we are swinging toward political violence as the solution, unfortunately, as we've seen throughout the United States, especially dealing with the ICE and immigration issues. But that seems to be settling down for the moment as well. We saw violent takeovers of college campuses during the opening phases of Israel taking out Hamas, where Palestinian supporters chose violence and resistance to make a point here in the United States, trying to shame universities into supporting them or terrorizing them into supporting them. If you don't support us, well, we'll continue to act stupidly. Trump administration had a single comment to make about that. It's knock it off or you're going to lose your federal funding. Ask Harvard how that worked out. Ask a lot of other universities how that worked out. They started removing these people and saying, no, sorry, you cannot bully Jewish students. You cannot take over our university. We are a center of learning, not a center of political upheaval. Although far too many university professors believe that, yes, it is a center of political upheaval and encourage it. But the people providing the money said, no, stop. Take this away from the flagpole. Find something else to do. So they organize marches in streets. They do other stupid things. And lately people have been ignoring them. And their support is growing weaker and weaker as it goes on. Now we have Iran. I remember during the Carter administration, I was pretty young. I was pretty young. 12, 13, 14. When the U.S. Embassy was taken over and everybody was held hostage. I remember the feckless and pointless whining that the Carter administration did. They tried appeasement. They tried and failed at a military strike. But mostly just whined. And so did the American press at that point. Then along comes Ronald Reagan. Said, I will put a stop to this. I will put a stop to this. If I become president, I will put a stop to this. I will go and get our people out. And Iran folded, released the hostages, and crisis was averted. The problem is, we figured, oh, well, it's done. It's over with. Okay, we'll let them be them and we'll be us, and we'll concentrate on winning the Cold War. While Iran consolidated power around the Ayatollah, built the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, started a war with Iraq that lasted years. And started funding terrorists throughout the Middle East. All while the United States did nothing. Or very little. What we did do is we took a very young Saddam Hussein of Iraq and gave him money and weapons to defend himself from Iran. But we didn't get really involved. Because at that time we were not liked in the region at all. They liked our money, but they didn't want our presence. And it wasn't until 1990 when Iraq invaded Kuwait that we were invited back into the region at all. Saudi Arabia took a look at their very powerful neighbor to the north and said, we can't handle this alone. In our little oil country up here, our little satellite state, Kuwait, has now just been taken over by Iraq. Thus started Desert Storm. We were giving basing rights in countries that previously we weren't allowed to come within territorial miles of them. Never allowed to fly over, never allowed to land. Really didn't have a relationship at all except one of hate. And then all of a sudden, Saudi Arabia is an ally. Years later, we had, a little terrorist attack here in the United States on September 11th, 2001, resulting in the death of nearly 3,000 innocent people. In later investigations, a lot of those terrorists did come from Saudi Arabia. Hi, Tundra. But were all financed through a little terror organization from a Saudi Arabian by the name of, do you remember the name of him? Al-Qaeda leader? Lived in a cave in Afghanistan for a long time. A paid CIA operative. You remember him? You remember his name? I do. Al-Qaeda became the enemy. Al-Qaeda got a lot of its funding funneled through accounts in Saudi Arabia. Why? Why do you say that? Because Al-Qaeda's leader at the time was a Saudi Arabian citizen. A very well-respected Saudi Arabian citizen. A freedom fighter, somebody who had gone into Afghanistan armed with U.S. money, U.S. weapons, to take on the Soviet Union. I guess Thunder doesn't want it. You're on the wrong side of the desk, dog.
She smells it from me.
Hi, Henry. How you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Good. She finally got that. Yeah. Well, we're doing that. But do you remember the gentleman I'm talking about? Well, the monster I'm talking about.
Which one was that again?
Oh, the leader of a little party boys by the name of Al Qaeda.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm trying to think of his name.
He's dead.
Oh yeah.
Big time dead. Well,
comes up with a Olimar or something or other.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I don't know.
I remember his name.
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Henry Longbreak. That's why.
No third.
Lucky.
But I don't care about that.
I know you don't. Go ahead, talk.
But we've had nothing but trouble out of the Middle East for years. Trump comes along. His first term comes up with the Abraham Accords.
Mm-hmm.
First time in at least the history I've been around for, and the history you've been around for, where there was a true shot at peace in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Peace in the Middle East, not only between Western countries, but between Arab countries as well. Particularly Israel. Now, the Iranian bombing this morning carried out by the United States and Israel, I think, is part of this Abraham Accords, which, by the way, also gave us basic rights in these countries as well. Let's go to the phones real quick. KTOX, you're on the air.
Hi, did you say his name yet?
No, I haven't. I'm waiting for you guys to say it.
It started with a B, right?
Oh, Biden?
Bin. B-I-N.
Yeah, I know. Come on, say the name. I won't say it because I refuse to speak the name of the devil.
I hear you. Well, he had a first attempt, but it failed. You might not remember that he had a first attempt when Bush's father was in office.
Yeah, I remember it. I remember the bombing of the World Trade Center.
The parking lot.
Yeah.
That was a failure. And then this other attempt that actually was a successful attempt, it's still a mystery of who all was involved. That's frustrating, Miss Rob. I could talk to you all day.
I know. But you haven't. Matter of fact, this is the first time I've heard from you in a long time. Say hi to Henry.
I know. What's up, Steve? You call my shows.
Henry,
you call my show, so you're good.
Right. I've been busy, you guys. And then you've been playing a lot of pre-recorded shows, which I understand.
Yes.
Miss Rob, you explained your daughter's situation. And I've been going to a lot of doctor's appointments, so I am going to have surgery to have that.
No.
Yeah. To actually have that area where that intestine is pushing forward, it has to be sewn. For some reason, it tore.
That's not good.
So that's what tore. I'm not in pain.
That's a good thing.
And to get on that medical topic, how is your daughter? What is she having complication with the
surgeries? Apparently not.
Okay.
They're not sure what's going on. It's either the gallbladder or something else. But she's scheduled for some pretty extensive tests on Monday, and depending upon those tests, she'll either have her gallbladder removed or they'll figure out what to do.
Well,
next.
there's really nothing. Well, the spleen, either the spleen or gallbladder is only the two things you can remove from a body, and you still live.
Yeah.
Right. I got an EKG.
Her liver functions okay. Her kidney functions okay. So
Good.
those aren't going to be messed with.
Yeah. It's not good to remove those either.
Depends. You can lose
one kidney.
You can lose one kidney, but both kidneys is not a good idea.
Yeah.
And you can have portions of your liver
Correct.
removed. It will grow back.
Correct.
That's the nice thing about livers.
That's surprising. Yeah, but correct.
But it's not that. Thank God.
Right.
But there's something that's making her very ill. I spent Tuesday night, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday shuttling her back and forth between the ER.
Emergency room, go home. Emergency room, go home.
Correct.
Emergency room. Hey, we're going to keep her.
Yeah. Friday they decided to keep her.
Mm-hmm.
And
so I got a
because I told her Thursday night, I'm not taking her back to the emergency room tonight. We'll go tomorrow morning.
At least it wasn't needles. They would have flown you to Vegas already.
I don't know. I'm sorry, Steve. I don't mean to be ignoring you. And
it's okay. You're fine.
I'll let you go on here in a moment. But
and I'll call you back.
No, hold on.
Stay right there.
Don't go nowhere, Steve.
Don't go anywhere. But I was talking to Steve, the owner, Steve Rubin. He says, why haven't you taken her to a place in Vegas? I told him can't, at least not yet, and because she has Arizona insurance, Arizona access,
right, and the only way they can do that is if it's emergency and they ship her there,
right.
And being with her condition, they could ambulance her instead of air ambulance.
Correct.
Well, she's over here, right?
She's Arizona, yeah.
Yeah, she's in Arizona.
All right, I'll find out from my mom where she just took me, and I know that they'll take her.
Well,
she's got the Medicaid, Medicare.
She's got Medicaid.
Yeah, you're probably talking about the hospital in Phoenix.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, this is it's a healthcare place that has multiple different.
It keeps shifting around what her problem is.
Right.
And they got to get to the bottom of it. I mean, I'm sure that's what's happening.
Well, they had to take her appendix because
Correct.
it was about the I guess
about,
what they said
it
was just shy of the size of a tennis ball.
Oh yeah, you got to do that.
And then of course she had a hernia that had to get fixed because that
pushes on all your intestines. Yeah. That can get gangrene. It's all bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's all bad. And this has been going on for months.
Yes, it has.
This has been going on for months and months, about 8 months now, and it hasn't been pleasant for her.
Well, and she had the two things that we thought would take care of it, the appendix and the hernia,
right?
And then still got the problem. What?
Yeah, I know. Well, it's not just that. For a minute there, she felt good.
Mm-hmm.
For a minute, she was I'm feeling pretty good, and started to get her activity back, and then boom, went right downhill again. I mean, almost overnight.
Yeah.
Anyway, Steve, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Steve. We'll give you the floor.
No, it's okay. It's just everything's so frustrating in the medical. I know it's so frustrating, but I managed to find a place, that had all these different doctors that do take our Medicaid and Medicare.
Yeah.
And the only thing I don't like is that you have to go to one to get a referral to go to another.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that's the modern healthcare system as it stands now. Anyway, well, thanks for the call. Do appreciate it.
All right, I'll call back in a little bit.
Okie dokie. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM, 92.9 FM. Hi, Henry. Glad you're back. Glad to see you.
I'm glad I'm back, too.
Doing okay?
Yeah, I'm doing okay. Good to see you, too.
Good. We'll be back. KTOX News.
I can see her lying back in her satin dress in a room where you do what you don't confess. Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back.
This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-State's Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money and we're always on time.
Attention all business owners. If you have been looking for a reliable cleaning service, stop searching. River Life Pros are the best in the industry. River Life Pros are a family-owned mother-daughter cleaning service revitalizing businesses from Needles to Laughlin. Licensed and bonded, Carrie Ann, Kylie, and Ashley will go the extra mile to make your enterprise sparkle. Make an appointment today with River Life Pros by calling 702-859-2480, 813-812-3097, or go to homecleaningmojavivalley.com. In need of a licensed professional plumbing service? Don't look any further than Skilled Tradesman Services. They offer commercial and residential plumbing service and new construction contracts at competitive prices. Water heater installation prices starting at $700. 10% off for veterans and seniors. Mention this ad and get an additional 10% off. Call Skilled Tradesman Services at 928-450-5104. That's 928-450-5104.
180 over 111, and I had a stroke. When I woke up, I couldn't speak or walk.
145 over 92, and then I had a heart attack.
182 over 100, and I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest, and then a stroke. Everything changed. It felt like my life was over.
This is what high blood pressure sounds like. You might not feel its symptoms, but the results from a heart attack or stroke are far from invisible or silent.
150 over 90, and I had a stroke. If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation. 180 over 110, and I had a stroke. And I'm 33, so I never see this coming.
If you've come off your treatment plan, get back on it, or talk with your doctor to create an exercise, diet, and medication plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
Head to toe, everything's changed. Head to toe.
Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting. A teenager. Learning the lingo.
Today I'm going to help parents translate teen slang. Now, when a teen says something is on fleek, it's exactly like saying, that's rad. It simply means that something is awesome or cool. Another one is totes. It's exactly like saying, totally, just shorter. As in, I totes love going to the mall with Becca. Another word you might hear is jelly. Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous. As in, Chloe, I am like so jelly of your unicorn phone case.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will think you're, rad, just the same. To learn more, visit adoptuskids.org. A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
It was a goal that I wanted to achieve from the very beginning. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. I wasn't sure if I could do it. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it.
At age 47, with the help of his teacher, Marco finished his high school diploma.
50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is. It catapults you to where you want to go.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
KTOX, we bring you facts without fear or favor.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
Welcome back. 855-586-9134 is the number. Oh, you know, I love this song, but somehow, Henry, The leader is just too long on this song.
Yes,
sometimes.
it is. And by the time it starts getting good, we got to start talking again.
Yeah, really.
What you got to do as soon as the commercial starts,
Yeah,
you got to play it and then pause it.
Then pause it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, 855-586-9134. You going to join us, or are you just going to sit there and...
No, I'm going to sit there and,
not have your headphones on and be able
I'm
to
not
hear
going to
it.
have my headphones on. I'm going to go rogue.
You're going to go rogue?
Rogue.
Makes it really hard to hear phone calls and stuff.
Yeah,
like that.
phone call comes in, I might put it on. I might not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just doing it right now to piss you off. You know that, right?
Yeah.
And it's working.
Anyway, Iran claimed 50 service members have died and gives have died.
Of ours?
Yes. However, U.S. CENTCOM released the fact check.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. United States Central Command, CENTCOM, has offered a fact check over the claims made by the Iranian regime that 50 U.S. service members have died in missile attacks conducted by Iran. In a statement on X, that would be Twitter for all of us old people, the Iranian regime claims to have killed 50 U.S. service members. A lie. CENTCOM continued there have been no reported U.S. casualties. The U.S. Central Command also cleared up rumors that a U.S. Navy ship was struck by Iranian missiles and shared no U.S. Navy ship has been struck. The Armada is fully operational. Later, in the fact-check release, CENTCOM gave an update on the Iranian regime's claims that several severe damage has taken place at U.S. bases in the surrounding regions of Iran, and revealed that damage to the U.S. base was minimal and has not impacted the U.S. military's current operations. Lie. Yeah, okay. And, of course, and per the Navy Times, a barrage of Iranian retaliatory strikes on U.S. military installations across the Middle East on Saturday resulted in no casualties to American personnel, U.S. Central Command officials said. With the dust still settling from a U.S.-Israel air, land, and sea bombardment on targets across the Islamic Republic, part of the operation dubbed, I got to do this epically, Epic Fury. Horrid name. Absolute horrid name. Epic Fury. Iran responded by firing hundreds of missiles and drones at U.S. bases that were successfully defended against. There have been no reports of U.S. casualties or combat-related injuries. The release stated damage to U.S. installations was minimal and has not had an impact on operations. Video circulated earlier on Saturday purportedly showed U.S. Navy's Fifth Fleet, headquartered in Bahrain, being hit by an Iranian strike. Stars and Stripes reports the same thing. That it's all a lie. Go figure.
What you got to remember how we got here. Hillary Clinton supplied Iran with uranium to enrich their nuclear. Barack Obama gave him $1.7 billion. Remember that when he dropped out of the airplane right there in the middle of the night? Cash.
Yeah.
Cash.
Yeah.
They used to fund their nuclear program. And then.
And
then one more thing.
Not just the nuclear program, but terrorism worldwide.
And to top it all off, Joe Biden unfroze over $16 billion of funds for Iran.
Yeah, I know. I remember that. Appeasement.
So don't even blame this on Trump.
Appeasement.
Let's get by our term and make us look good.
What's that?
Let's get by our term as president and make us look good.
Right.
And then blame it on the next one.
Yeah. When all they've done is continue to support terrorism.
Yep.
Hezbollah. Hamas.
Yep.
ISIS. You think they're dead? No. and other terrorist organizations throughout the Middle East and the world.
I gotta stop looking at memes. I gotta stop doing this. I gotta pay attention for me here.
I wish I had that meme because I have several places where I really would like to share it.
Okay, I'll share it on my account, then you can share it.
Okay, I'll just steal the picture and share it across other places. Which was that's the Lord. So what it is we're laughing at, okay, is a pile of ashes in a turban with glasses.
Oh, it's going to get me a whole lot of
grief.
Well, see, I don't censor my Facebook from Democrat or Republican.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I have everybody on there. It doesn't matter as long as they don't attack me personally. They can attack anything I post.
Okay. Well,
as long as they don't attack me personally or my friends personally, I'm fine with it.
Okay, gotcha. 855-5869. What'd you do? Share that to me at Facebook?
Nope, I shared it on my post.
Oh, okay. So
it went on mine. You got to take it from there.
Oh God, I have to look you up.
Yep.
Oh man,
it's
all
right under bomb Iran. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's cool, man.
Here's
cool.
a Bob Barker.
You've just won 72 virgins.
He just won 72 virgins. Okay. Yeah. Don't do that again. Don't do that again because the audio is horrid.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
If you want me to play something that you've previously figured out that is funny and clean, send me the link and then I'll play it here so everybody can.
No, it's funner to piss you off.
Yeah, it's funner to piss me off, huh?
Yes, I love pissing you off. It's easy.
Good grief. Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. Let's open that. Let's right-click, save image as.
Well, and remember too that but Trump has no authority to do this, no authority to drop any bombs. Well, Obama dropped bombs but didn't declare war in Libya, 2001, Pakistan, 2009, 2016, Yemen, 2009, 2016, Somalia, 2009, 2016, Iraq and Syria.
Here's the thing, Henry. Everybody is aware of that. Well, everybody.
But they want to bury it. They want to bury it.
They don't want to mention it because they want to be able to use it as an attack against Trump.
Yes.
They want to.
How is this going to make America great again?
They want to show him as a warmongering, evil, pedophile dictator.
Yeah.
Believe me, that's been said.
Mm-hmm.
And when none of that is actually true. He gave them a chance to come to the table. He gave them a chance to lay down their nuclear ambitions.
Mm-hmm.
The United States has given Iran chance after chance after chance after chance.
Oh yeah.
Would you like to know when their first chance?
Oh my gosh, 20 years ago or so.
20. Try 1979, 1980.
Okay, well. 40.
That was their first chance. When President Ronald Reagan came into power, what happened with the Iranian hostages?
Oh, you release them right now. Okay.
They did. And then what did the United States do? They went to ignoring Iran.
Correct. And then they went to the Cold War.
Yeah, well, we were a little bit more concerned about Russia than we were about Iran.
And that's what we did. We focused on the Cold War and says, okay, you're doing what you're doing there. Yeah.
That was their first chance. And then we kept giving them chance after chance after chance after chance after chance.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to maintain some kind of diplomatic relation with this burgeoning terroristic regime.
Mm-hmm.
Until we couldn't anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in the mid-'80s. when Iran decided they were going to attack Iraq. Remember that war?
Oh, yeah.
Who did we side with that war? We actually sided with Saddam Hussein.
And I had a friend of mine that was in Iran at the time. He was just growing up. He was not even quite he was a teenager at that time. And his parents and him and his little sister, they had to go live in the hills.
Mm-hmm.
They had to go live in the hills for 2 years. And that's when he got into his addiction. And then instead of staying in, after he was able to come down, in all the rubble, he got into his addiction and he had to leave the country because they would kill him. And so he scrimmaged out illegally and ended up all over the world for about 2 years before he made it to United States. And he was in Canada for about 9 months in their detention.
Mm-hmm.
And they couldn't figure out what to do with him. So good old America said, well, we're dumping him here.
I'll need to get that here in a moment. Anyway.
Take a break.
I was just getting ready to go and do that. Anyway, it is the Mr. Rob Hanson radio program. We'll be back after these messages. KTOX Needles. This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
This is Mike from the Afternoon Drive-By. I want to talk to you about one of KTOX's most loyal and famous sponsors. That is Dandy's Donut and Deli in Fort Mojave. Dandy's has fresh-baked donuts, hot and iced coffee every day. Besides the consistently incomparable food and exceptional service, Dandy's overall excellence and clean atmosphere is unsurpassed. Dandy's Donut and Deli at 4630 Highway 95. Open 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
In need of a licensed professional plumbing service? Don't look any further than Skilled Tradesman Services. They offer commercial and residential plumbing service and new construction contracts at competitive prices. Water heater installation prices starting at $700. 10% off for veterans and seniors. Mention this ad and get an additional 10% off. Call Skilled Tradesman Services at 928-450-5104. That's 928-450-5104. In need of a licensed professional plumbing service? Don't look any further than Skilled Tradesman Services. They offer commercial and residential plumbing service and new construction contracts at competitive prices. Water heater installation prices starting at $700. 10% off for veterans and seniors. Mention this ad and get an additional 10% off. Call Skilled Tradesman Services at 928-450-5104. That's 928-450-5104.
Ed, is that you? When did you join Big Al's gym?
This is my third day. I'm already getting buff. Check out these guns.
Impressive. My husband and I got the couples membership, $24 a month for both of us. At Big Al's, there's no contracts or cancellation fees. They have lots of cool machines, free weights, and treadmills.
Tell your husband if he needs any tips, I'll be glad to help him get ripped. Just tell him to ask for Ed from Needles. Everybody knows me.
Big Al's Gym at 1070 East Broadway in Needles, California. For more details, call 928-404-3880.
Hi, Crystal again from High Desert Heat. Never before in history has it been more important to hang on to your Second Amendment rights. Times are changing fast. Make sure you and your family are protected. At High Desert Heat, we have all your Second Amendment needs. Weekly CCW classes as well as training or even a try before you buy. Custom Cerakoting, engraving, ladies private and group shooting classes. We are your hometown family-friendly one-stop shop. High Desert Heat, 4410 Highway 95, Fort Mojave, Arizona, 928-763-4328.
This is Mike from the Afternoon Drive-By. I want to talk to you about one of KTOX's most loyal and famous sponsors. That is Dandy's Donut and Deli in Fort Mojave. Dandy's has fresh-baked donuts, hot and iced coffee every day. Besides the consistently incomparable food and exceptional service, Dandy's overall excellence and clean atmosphere is unsurpassed. Dandy's Donut and Deli at 4630 Highway 95. Open 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Has anybody told you about Coast to Coast AM tonight?
Coast to Coast is one of those programs that deals with strange mysteries. We'll look at Bigfoot. We'll look at UFOs. We'll look at real science. And we'll also look at conspiracies and what it all means to you, the listeners of Coast to Coast AM.
It's the best in overnight talk radio. Coast to Coast AM.
That's Coast to Coast every night at 10 p.m. right here on KTOX.
Swantee's a Bullhead City, wants to make your life easier. Swantee's has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantee's features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantee's wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you, have an extra car, sell it to us today, or trade in to upgrade. Swantee's of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95, right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
KTOX 1340 AM, standing up for truth, justice, and a decent cup of coffee.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
And welcome back. 855-586-9134. That was my daughter.
Yeah, okay.
She wanted me to get her something when I come see her tonight. And, you know, I agreed.
I think you should during this top of the hour break. Just get it.
You know, I'm fast, but I ain't that fast.
Okay.
You when I walk across the room, that is a dead run for me anymore.
So you do the...
I'm doing the old person shuffle.
Not a 4-minute mile, a 4-hour mile.
Probably 4 or 5 hour.
Yeah, mile.
Maybe 6.
Yeah, where it used to be minute.
Yeah. The only time I do a mile a minute is if I'm in my car doing 60 miles an hour.
That's right.
Anyway, 855-586-9134. Got about 10 seconds left in this hour, and then going to definitely come back for hour number 3.
Hour number 1.5 for me.
Yeah, well, you know, like I said, sorry I wasn't here yesterday, day before the other.
Yesterday was a great show, though.
It was a great show. I listened to this.
It was an awesome show. It was Tri-State Recovery Talk with Henry and Tundra.
Yeah, it
and
was.
Bud and Ashley.
Yeah.
A social worker.
That's all right. But, you know, and got to hear me for a second.
Bravo.
Yeah. But, no. Daughter's in the hospital. Not doing all that well.
It's important stuff. Well, it's good that she asked for something. That's a positive. She's thinking.
Comfort.
Yeah.
I want her to be comfortable.
Absolutely.
We'll be back. KTOX News.
KTOX and K281CR Needles.
If you're just turning on your radios,
this is KTOX.
Bring you up to date on the news.
News this hour from Town Hall. I'm Mary Rose. The White House says Iran's supreme leader has been killed in a military bombardment carried out by the U.S. and Israel.
In a social media post, President Trump announced that Iran's Ayatollah Khamenei is dead, saying his passing is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. The president said the assassination is justice for the Iranian people, as well as Americans and others who have been killed or mutilated by the regime. He said the U.S. and Israel launched combat operations to destroy Iran's long-range missiles and because of failed nuclear talks. Greg Clugston, Washington.
One group closely monitoring today's unfolding events is the organization Transform Iran, which has been quietly preaching the gospel inside that nation since 1991. Lana Silk, president of Transform Iran, spoke with Lori Tradup of SRN News about her group's mission.
Making sure that every person, whether rich or poor, educated or illiterate, whether they're part of the Iranian government or the opposing regime, that all of them need to have access to the gospel, and we want to make sure they're touched by it.
This openness that you say that they have, is that new, or is that something that has really always been there and it's just hasn't been tapped into very much?
My father often says some of the greatest evangelists Iran ever had was the Ayatollahs that came in.
That 1979 revolution in Iran triggered decades of repression, but Silk adds that despite government crackdowns, the gospel continues to flourish within many Iranian communities. President Trump says Secretary of State Marco Rubio is engaged in high-level talks with the Cuban government. More on these stories at townhall.com.
If you're like most Americans nearing retirement with money in a 401k or IRA, then listen carefully. The U.S. dollar is under pressure. Foreign nations are reducing reliance on the dollar, and some analysts are openly warning about the long-term stability of U.S. currency dominance. Whether you call it currency debasement or the collapse of the dollar, the risk is real. And when confidence in the U.S. dollar shifts, gold and silver historically respond. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 to get your free gold investment kit. You'll also receive a free copy of Ken Rogoff's book, Our Dollar, Your Problem. Most American retirement accounts are dramatically underallocated to precious metals, even as central banks continue buying gold at record levels. Many Americans are rolling over a portion of their retirement savings into physical gold and silver, tax and penalty-free with Advantage Gold. Call Advantage Gold now at 800-900-8000. Results vary. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-900-8000. That's 800-900-8000.
Swantee's a Bullhead City wants to make your life easier. Swantee's has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantee's features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantee's wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you, have an extra car, sell it to us today, or trade in to upgrade. Swantee's of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95, right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
Baristas across the nation have come up with a new name for the coffee drinks they serve every day, and it's diabetes in a cup. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, returning with the sickly sweet details after this.
Your email is your business, but if it's spied on, hacked, or intercepted, it can fall into the wrong hands. The solution is encryption, a high-tech way to scramble your data so no one can read it. For years, only the technical elite could use this powerful tool until StartMail came along. StartMail not only lets you encrypt the email you send, it encrypts your entire account. Encryption. It's just one more way StartMail.com keeps you safe.
Health experts have identified a new epidemic in our society, and it comes from your local coffee joint. Over the years, the so-called coffee drinks at Starbucks and elsewhere have gotten sweeter and sweeter, to the point where they're no longer coffee at all, but more like milkshakes. Many customers' daily coffee contains over 60 grams of sugar and 700 calories. That's what happens when you overload your mocha latte with sugary sweeteners, syrups, and whipped cream. And this plague of sugary drinks is leading to weight gain and diabetes rates across the nation. Maybe it's time to order a far cheaper cup of plain coffee and add the cream and sugar yourself. I'm Dr. Catherine Albrecht, encouraging you to check out my website at realisgood.org.
Developers and investors, located in beautiful Needles, California. This is your opportunity. Riverlux Resort, a city-approved 15-acre mixed-use development along the Colorado River. zoned PUD, and C2, ready for retail, resort, and residential growth. Prime location between the river and the golf course, where lifestyle meets potential. Visit riverluxresort.com and discover the vision.
From the KTOX AM 1340 and 92.9 FM Weather Center, I'm Charles Dixon. Clear sky and 91 degrees on Route 66 in Needles, and good afternoon to listeners in Oatman. Currently clear sky and 84 degrees for you. Getting down to 64 overnight tonight. Sunday's high will be in the lower 90s, few clouds. Temperatures in the mid-80s on Monday. That's your KTOX Tri-State weather. Brought to you by Route 66 Broadband.
KTOX, the Tri-State leader in local talk.
The opinions voiced on the Rob Hanson radio program are those of the host and the callers, and not necessarily those of KTOX and Ruben Broadcasting.
Oh, my goodness gracious me, mercy sakes alive. It is the third hour of the Miss Rob Hanson radio program. And glad to have you here. Let's get this thing going, shall we? 855-586-9134. And hey,
it's
Johnny.
It's the Rob Hanson radio program on KTOX 1340 AM, now with FM on 92.9 FM. The Tri-State's undisputed talk leader.
Oh, my goodness. You know what, Henry? I finally have dentures that don't hurt, that I can wear all day, and I can eat with.
Imagine that.
It is. It's quite the change. Now, I'm going to have to get a few adjustments done on this. Mm-hmm. Particularly on the roof of my mouth, there's an itchy spot that my tongue likes to play with, and it's,
I automatically got itches on my nose and my mouth and everything when you said that.
Yeah, well, but anyway, I get that fixed, but it's just minor. It's just minor. You know, I pop them in the morning, and I have them all day.
That's a good deal.
And I can talk a whole heck of a lot better now. It's amazing how, having teeth can brighten your entire outlook on life.
It does. It does. You are absolutely right.
Textures in food, Henry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. So, Casa Serrano's, have you eaten there?
Mm-hmm.
Good Mexican
food. Yes, it is. Not very expensive either. It's pretty good.
It really is fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
A dining experience
Mm-hmm.
up there. I wish they were. I wish they were sponsors, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But I went up there, and last night I had their taco salad.
Mm.
Now
I had one last night at Donald, or not Donald. What is that place across the river?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't had theirs yet. I may. But, here's the thing. It is impossible to gum salad.
Right.
You just can't do it. You just can't chew it up, and then you end up choking on things. And it's not the way to go. Apples, Henry. I have missed apples. Now, yeah, I have dentures. I'm not going to be able to, just pluck an apple out of the tree and take a bite out of it. Okay, granted. But I can certainly slice one up and eat, apple wedges until I'm very content. And crunchy, just hearing it crunch in your mouth and feeling the texture and, and turning it into applesauce in your mouth.
Now, all my top teeth are capped. I have caps all along my top. One place I have a bridge, and my top teeth are okay. They need some work, but they're okay. My bottom teeth have gotten rotten.
Yeah,
they've gotten bad, and it's I have a hard time eating now too. I mean, it's terrible. And I remember, I mean, this is just a year ago. I had my bottom teeth were good, and it's a big time difference.
Yeah,
big time difference.
You know, gummy candies, you know, stuff like that. I have some vitamins I'm taking that are gummies, and before when I didn't have teeth, I wouldn't even consider them because there's no way in hell I was going to be able to. I'd sit there for hours. On it. No, I have teeth now. I can grind it up. I can grind them up, and actually, I'm needing to take them because. Let me tell you what happens to the human body when you cannot properly chew your food.
That's not good.
You end up having digestive problems.
Yep.
And it cycles between severe constipation and severe diarrhea.
Right.
Between the two. And now my body is getting used to, once again, having properly chewed food. And that has not been a pleasant, a pleasant adaptation. So I'm having to eat foods high in fiber, take fiber supplements, and also what is that? The dietary bacterial stuff. What is it? Probiotics.
Probiotics. Yeah, I've taken probiotics now for years. Just a probiotic pill every morning.
Yeah. Well,
and that helps your digestive system. It really does.
The gummies I'm having are a double punch.
A probiotic
and fiber.
Nice. Yeah, it's good to have. I mean, I have stomach issues anyway, and to do the probiotic and what is that? The Prilosec.
Right.
And I do that, and I'm totally fine.
Well, let me tell you what. For the first time in years, I'm regular.
That's good.
Regular.
That's
not
good.
not having to rush off and blow out the back end of a toilet or sitting in extreme pain because nothing's moving. You know, being able to eat properly is, it's a big health thing. And
it is a big health thing.
And what gets me okay is, all right, all these people out there, they claim to want to do holistic medicine. All right. Well, what do you mean by holistic medicine? Part of that is being able to eat nutritiously. And part of that is being able to properly masticate your food. Now, what happens to food that you properly chew?
It gets digested easier.
Yeah, why?
Because it's not all chunky and it's all consistent.
Correct. But several things happen when you take a bite of food. Number one, you're starting to chew it up, and then saliva starts to flow, which is an enzyme which starts the breaking down of proteins and sugars and stuff like that. It's the pre-digestive portion of it.
You're not getting all of that in your body if you just swallow whole chunks.
You're swallowing whole chunks. You're definitely not getting the whole thing. Let's go to the phones, shall we? KTOX, you are on the air. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, guys. This is Kenny.
Hey, Kenny. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Subject that's I've been having problems with for the last couple of years probably. After my last couple trips to the dentist, I can't chew pizza anymore.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
And, peanut butter with peanuts in it. Can't eat that.
Oh, no. Hell no. No, you got to do something about that then.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've still got one fixed bridge in my upper, but there's no bottom teeth on that side to match.
No.
I get it, Kenny. I know exactly what you're going through.
Yeah,
And,
it's horrible, and it affects your health as well.
Yes, it does.
Well, yeah, when you can't masticate your food, but you still have to get it down somehow, you know, it
Exactly.
definitely have digestive issues.
Yeah, well, you know, one of the things is, well, why don't you just, you know, somebody suggested, well, why don't you just get one of those, you know, stick blender things and you know, crunch it all up and you know, make pizza smoothie. Well, before you have to clean my puke off of your shoes for that, here's the problem with that. Once again, it's the mastication portion of it that activates the pre-digestive portion of eating food. If you're just drinking your food, you're not getting those enzymes.
Well, I've heard that drinking, even when you're drinking water, you need to swish it around your mouth some.
Yeah, get that full body flavored water.
Well, some of the saliva and the enzymes in it needs to get in there even with water.
Exactly. I mean, yeah.
And if you do that with the blended mixtures, you're putting what teeth you have left at risk by coating them with that stuff.
Exactly. But you're not getting the. Yeah, it may be all ground up and your stomach can handle it better, but it's still not getting all the nutritional effect that it could if you properly chew it up or masticate it. Is the $5 word of the day. There'll be a test tomorrow.
Film at 11.
Film at 11, exactly. But you know, it drives me nuts that okay, we're all concerned with other health issues. All right, and and most health insurances cover, you know, going to the doctor and whatnot. But when it comes down to dental, they almost considered that to be optional.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, there's no help whatsoever as far as dental goes, especially for seniors.
Right.
You know, there's no help with the VA.
There's help with the VA. Now, if you are 100% disabled, the Veterans Administration will cover dental. But you have to be 100% disabled.
What does a full set of false teeth cost nowadays?
Oh, good God, I have no idea.
Well,
anywhere from $3,000 to $6,000.
No, not that much.
Oh
no.
yeah.
No.
The last time I checked into it was 2014, and full set was $10,000 in the United States. And if you went to Mexico, you could get it for about $3,200.
Yeah. All right. Well, I know in Mexico you can get a implant for $1,000. An implant with a crown. Now you get 4 implants on your set of teeth on upper or lower, and then they put a plate in there, and it's like having real teeth again.
Okay. According to I'm not sure where this came from. Oh yeah, Humana. Okay, dentures, a full set of dentures, upper and lower, in the U.S. typically cost between $1,000 and $8,000. The low budget ones, $600 to $1,500, mid range $1,500 to $3,000, premium or custom $4,000 to $8,000. The influencing factors that cost that: intermediate dentures placed in immediately after extraction are generally more expensive, $1,500 to $3,500 per arch due to the need for immediate adjustment. Material higher quality, more durable acrylics and more natural looking teeth cost more. Implants, which a lot of people cannot take. I am one of those. Implant-supported dentures are much higher, ranging from $3,000 to over $33,000 per arch urgent dentist. So, yeah, that's expensive, very expensive. Now, the problem with implants, Henry, is a lot of people, even though they don't know it, can't tolerate nickel.
Right.
All right. And those implants, the screws that they throw in your jaw are made from what? Stainless steel. How is stainless steel made? Well, it's a blend of iron, steel, and nickel. Thus causing
chromium's in there as well.
Yeah, some of that, but usually you'll have more reactions or allergic reactions to nickel. I can't have nickel. I break out, and it becomes not something I want to have in my mouth. You know.
Right. No.
And the potential of really screwing up my mouth where I couldn't even have dentures.
Right.
So there you go. You got to weigh those options.
That's right. It definitely could screw it up. Where it's
Yeah, but I feel for you, Kenny. I really do.
Well, the thing is, there's really no light at the end of the tunnel. You know, you what few teeth I've got left, I've got half of a tooth, I got a half a tooth on the bottom and a half a tooth on the top. With a few other assorted teeth still there.
Right.
And they're at risk,
Absolutely.
They're not.
Absolutely. And, and like I said, with the U.S., the medical industry as a whole treating dental as optional, where it should be just as important as any other organ. Yeah. I don't get it. I won't get it, and I will fight for dental care as a premium option that should be addressed first, or at least given due consideration along with the rest of the body.
The last 2 or 3 extractions I had, they prescribed Tylenol for the painkiller.
Right.
Or ibuprofen or something like that, and it didn't do anything. Before they used to prescribe OxyContin. Well, now they sued all the OxyContin companies. They don't make it anymore.
Well, they still make it. It's just very restricted.
No, it was Darvocet they used to give you, and then they don't make that anymore.
Darvocet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you can get Darvocet in the hospitals.
There's certain things. I forget what it is. There's another one that they don't make anymore, and the dentist used to give it. But it is an opiate based.
Yeah, well, just go and ask for Perkies. Use that word exactly, and they won't give it to you.
Be careful. The nurse might come up to you with the Perkies.
Well, Percocet. I need some Perkies. My mouth hurts.
You don't mention that in mixed companies.
Yeah, the nurse might slap you though.
I don't know, but anyway, it's one of the things. Like I said, I think the U.S. needs to concentrate, or at least treat dental issues with the same concern as they would appendicitis. And
they're practicing medicine. Come on, practicing.
Yeah, well, practice better, and if you're looking at a holistic approach to health, well, nutrition is a key factor in that. Just take a look around. How many fat people do we have around here?
A lot,
just in this room.
One, you. I lost weight.
I'm sorry, the 3 ounces does not count.
Yeah, I know. I'm still
but
heavy.
But no, and it's, we take food for granted. We take food for granted. And we treat our mouths like, well, they're just an accessory.
Well, apples, pears. I can't masticate any of that stuff anymore.
Oh, man. Well, here's the nice thing about apples. They do squish up really well in a blender. So do pears.
Yeah.
Pears, if you get them, and they're just about too ripe, then you can eat them.
Oh yeah,
but you got to catch them right then.
Bananas, same thing. But it's just who wants to go through life eating fruit smoothies, huh?
I know.
But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, I just wanted to mention something about canned pears. I can't even chew those.
Oh man, now that's
bad.
You got some issues, man. I wish there was something I could do to help you. Really do. Oh, it sucks.
Well, that's the thing. We have a forum where we can listen to each other complain, so that there's support there.
Right, well, the first half of our life we talk about how everything's so great. We're doing all the partying. We're having fun. We're going out doing this and that. The second half of our life, we talk about all our different ailments and conditions.
Well, the second part of our life is we talk about our first part of our life where nothing was wrong and wishing we could go back. I mean, holy cow. But no, since I got my dentures in, being able to eat apples, holy cow. That's, I'm in heaven, absolute heaven. And I love apples. I love peaches. I love pears. I love green salads.
Well, there's one thing you have to watch out for with apples.
What's that?
Carnauba wax. They put carnauba wax on all apples they sell in the stores.
Yeah.
Interesting.
That's why you wash them. Or best you can. Anyway.
Just put lacquer-thin on them and take it off.
Or peel your apples.
They put shellac on breakfast cereal to keep it crunchy.
Yep.
Well, why not? Everybody needs a good shellacking. Come on. All right, Kenny. Well, thanks for the call. Do appreciate it.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk Leader. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. See what? Yeah, we're gonna play that. We'll be back. KTOX Needles. Remember, chew your food properly.
Hello again.
This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
The Tri-State's Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi. Because time is money, and we're always on time.
1 in 3 adults in America have prediabetes, but most don't know it. To let people know it can be reversed before it becomes type 2 diabetes, professional basketball player Julius Randle is doing everything in reverse.
I'm only dunking with reverse windmills. I drove the whole way to practice in reverse. I don't recommend it. This move's called the reverse shuffle. I do recommend it. And it took me months to learn how to speak in reverse, like this. Years 10 almost for diabetes type 2 with living Ben has mama. In other words, my mom has been living with type 2 diabetes for almost 10 years. So together, we want to say to the 84 million Americans at risk, exercise and healthy eating can help reverse prediabetes. Start by taking a simple 1-minute risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
Bet he can't say that in reverse.
When I grow up, I want to be a new pair of blue jeans.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's first computer.
When I grow up, I want to be a glass countertop in a new home.
When I grow up, I want to be a kid's best birthday present.
When I grow up, I want to be a football stadium.
When I grow up, I want to be a warm fleece on a cold day.
When I grow up, I want to be a fancy backsplash.
I want to be a bike that races around the country.
When I grow up,
I want to be a bench on a forest trail.
I want to be a rocking chair on a sunny porch.
I want to be a skyscraper.
I want to be When I grow up, I don't want to be a piece of garbage. And if you recycle me, I won't be.
Give your garbage another life. Recycle. Learn how at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service advertisement brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff, even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover guitar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The average time a resume spends on an HR manager's desk is 7 seconds. And most of them are tossed aside. Now imagine if one of those resumes belonged to Yasmin, who was
living in a shelter, juggling 3 jobs. I had to be resilient. That's something that you can't teach.
Or if that resume was from someone who
worked 12-hour shifts at the recycling company with my dad, who's 72. That taught me a work ethic that I carry with me every day.
We rely so much on a resume, yet it could never tell the full story of someone.
Growing up where I did, a lot of things could have gotten in the way of my goals. But I learned to push through, and that's what I bring to work every day.
So maybe it's time we look beyond the resume and look to Grads of Life. Discover new ways to develop great talent that are so much more than what's on paper at gradsoflife.org. A public service announcement brought to you by Grads of Life and the Ad Council.
KTOX Needles, the very best in live local talk.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
And welcome back. 855-586-9134. Hiya, Henry.
Hi.
I like this song. It's one of those upbeat, stupid songs. Anyway, let's go to the phones. KTOX, you are on the air. Good afternoon. Thanks for waiting.
Hi, it's Lance.
Hey, hi, Lance. How you doing? Haven't talked to you in a minute.
Right. It's been a long time that I've had you guys back together again. Wow.
I know, huh?
Yeah, you know, he kind of showed up out of nowhere. I didn't quite get the door locked fast enough.
I know.
But then again, I wouldn't turn away Tundra.
Yeah, I listen once in a while, but I have no need to call in. But today is exceptional.
Why is the day exceptional?
Oh, well, mission accomplished. Over in Iran.
Well, yeah, Khomeini is dead, and that's a nice thing.
Or yeah,
what?
I'm like.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I'm like George W. Bush's blunder, mission accomplished.
Yeah, that was rather premature, but he was looking for votes at the time, so whatever. I think it was midterms or something like that. I don't remember, but it was way premature.
Yeah. Have you played Rock the Casbah by The Clash yet?
I should have. Holy cow! I should have.
Wow.
I am just going to have to look that up. Oh man.
Yeah. Here's some trivia on that. That was the first song the morning of the Desert Storm Armed Forces radio played. But in Sense administrations, that would be politically incorrect.
The hell with the politically correct.
So it says, according to Wikipedia at least. It's trivia. So, but yeah, Henry, I love you, but like I said, I listen only, rarely. But like last year when you left, I didn't even know why you left because I just wasn't doing other things Sunday, and then but then when I tuned in, and then Henry, when you say, "Oh, welcome to recovery from politics," and just honestly, I thought, no, it doesn't. Without following Rob, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, Sunday's a non-political day for this radio station.
True.
Yeah, it's a non-political day, and I just go along with what it is.
Yeah, and Saturday's actually the Sabbath, which changes subjects, but
yeah,
that's so. Technically, I'm not a Seventh-day Adventist, but I should start practicing what I preach.
It's completely up to you.
To each their own.
In response to Kenny, I mean, you can buy organic apples, fruit and vegetables. As far as I know, glyphosate-free. No thanks a lot, Trump, for your executive order protecting Monsanto, but oh well.
Well, Trump sent planes to Iran that didn't have pallets on them.
Right.
You mean the bombs were depalletized?
No, pallets of money like Obama sent them?
But the bombs were depalletized.
Oh, yeah, there's already a meme for that.
Yeah.
I've already saw that meme. But, yeah.
Yeah,
so, Kenny, you can buy you can buy organic apples and obviously peel them like you do a potato.
Yeah,
that's what I do.
You know what I have always enjoyed, honestly, especially when I stew up apples. They say you're supposed to peel them, but man, I'll tell you what, those peels add flavor. They really do. They add there's a lot of flavor in those peels.
Okay. My favorite is green Washington. Granny Green apples from Washington. I love those.
Those are good too. Nice tart apple, Granny Smiths.
Granny Smith, because I never was big on red apples, and I thought, when I totally changed my diet, I thought, apple, like the old saying, apple a day keeps the doctor away. Well, yeah, but I found green apples. I thought, oh yeah, I put one of those, an organic one. I just put them in my smoothie.
Oh, see, there you go. Well,
yeah.
One of the things, like I said, I'm really enjoying eating apples again. And of course, out of convenience, I went and bought the sliced apples that from Walmart, and they keep for a while. But I've been eating them. I'm not going to have to worry about them going bad because I go back there. Oh, apples! Chomp, 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 chomp. And that's a hell of a lot better snack than something else I could think of, or other things I could think of. Popcorn, I can eat popcorn again. I haven't tried roasted peanuts yet, but I will be trying to eat roasted peanuts at some point in time. But
ooh, no, me cashews and almonds.
Oh,
pecans.
those would those would be awesome too. Some good old tree nuts. But I'll tell you what I really have missed: salads, good salads, chef salads.
Oh yes.
Any kind of salad. Just give me a great big old bowl of greens and plenty of ranch dressing, which is kind of defeats the purpose of a healthy salad. But who cares? And some pepper,
boil.
And just go in and just chow down, man. Just chow down. I seriously considered going up to Olive Garden in Vegas and getting the all-you-can-eat soup and salad. Just in celebration.
Just watch their sodium, though. They're just as bad as Chipotle or whatever.
Yeah, but it's just the being able to sit down and eat a salad again. Oh my goodness gracious me! And broccoli. Broccoli. Yep. I ate broccoli. And was absolutely thrilled. Even the stems, which you really can't eat that. You can eat the flowering part all day long. That gets mushy, but the stems, they're fibrous. You gotta really chew them up to get them down.
Well, see, I put them raw. Again, organic is best, but I put them raw. I make I cook chickpeas, garbanzo beans, one and the same. Put them in a blender to make my own style of hummus, and I'll put raw broccoli in there.
Oh, that's interesting.
Put that on the stove to bring it to a boil, and that broccoli. That's a super rich flavor.
I'll have to hunt you down next time you make some and take a scoop and see if I like it. That sounds good, actually. Yeah.
Hey, the last thing I say is as far as my soundtrack ideas, back when we were taking out the Venezuelan drug boats, the first soundtrack popped in my mind was Smuggler's Blues from Miami Vice.
There you go. I had the same thought as well.
Yeah, and I thought I maybe I sent that to you, Henry, and I guess you didn't have time to see it or whatever.
No, I seen it. Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah. And then
cool.
A week later, I beat Dana Lash. Yeah, I beat her about a few days before she even thought of it.
There you go.
I was like, wow, if only I had the voice, I could be doing what you guys do. But and I think people, I won't mention any names, but I think people are jealous that, I have these songs to go with current events. And
there you go. I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous.
No, you're not.
Lance, when you send me stuff, I appreciate it. And
okay.
a lot of times I don't respond to hardly anything. That's everybody. That's not just you. So don't please don't be insulted.
Don't listen. He's just an antisocial old coot. Don't listen to him.
Yeah, people have unfriended me for being a pest. I'm like,
no, never.
I only send you. I thought I only send you things you like.
I only unfriend somebody if they attack me. I even have Democrats and Republicans on my page that if I post something and they attack what I post, that's fine. But if they attack me personally, or you personally, or any of my friends personally, then I'll block them. Other than that, I don't block them for their opinions.
Okay, Lance has posted several things to me over the years. I've always enjoyed it.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, I'm disappointed with my friend from Washington.
Chuckles.
Well, he's too busy time traveling right now.
Yes.
So we'll let that go.
He's got those good mushrooms.
I mean, even of course, I'll disagree politically with my friend from Longview, but actually, I prefer him over the guy from New Mexico.
I haven't heard from him for a few weeks.
I might, like I say, years ago, I thought, I agree with this guy, what he's saying, but then I thought, oh my gosh, he reminds me of that coworker in the break room that you have to put up with.
You're ruining my 15-minute break, buddy.
All right, Lance. Well, thanks for the call. We do appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for the time.
Thank you,
Not
Lance.
a
That's
problem.
a record.
Thanks for the
Okay.
call.
Yes,
Haven't talked to you in a long time. Bye. 855-586-9134.
We
We're gonna
love
take a-
Lance. Come on, man.
Absolutely. And we'll go take a quick break, and we'll rock the cash bob. KTOX Needles. This portion of the Rob Hanson radio program could be brought to you by you for as little as $25 a week. For more information, email us at info@ktox1340.com. That's info@ktox1340.com. info@ktox1340.com.
KTOX.
The Tri-States Talk Leader.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
Attention all business owners. If you have been looking for a reliable cleaning service, stop searching. River Life Pros are the best in the industry. River Life Pros are a family-owned mother-daughter cleaning service revitalizing businesses from Needles to Laughlin. Licensed and bonded, Carrie Ann, Kylie, and Ashley will go the extra mile to make your enterprise sparkle. Make an appointment today with River Life Pros by calling 702-859-2480, 813-812-3097, or go to homecleaningmojavivalley.com.
This is Mike from the Afternoon Drive-By. I want to talk to you about one of KTOX's most loyal and famous sponsors. That is Dandy's Donut and Deli in Fort Mojave. Dandy's has fresh-baked donuts, hot and iced coffee every day. Besides the consistently incomparable food and exceptional service, Dandy's overall excellence and clean atmosphere is unsurpassed. Dandy's Donut and Deli at 4630 Highway 95. Open 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
KTOX would love to do your advertising. If your organization or business needs a little help, KTOX can get your name out on the air. We have the best advertising rates in the area. Reach us by email at ktoxradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562. That's KTOXradio@yahoo.com or 928-296-2562.
This is Mike from the Afternoon Drive-By. I want to talk to you about one of KTOX's most loyal and famous sponsors. That is Dandy's Donut and Deli in Fort Mojave. Dandy's has fresh-baked donuts, hot and iced coffee every day. Besides the consistently incomparable food and exceptional service, Dandy's overall excellence and clean atmosphere is unsurpassed. Dandy's Donut and Deli at 4630 Highway 95. Open 5 a.m. to 3 p.m. Tuesday through Sunday.
And tell them that you heard it on KTOX.
Has anybody told you about Coast to Coast AM tonight?
Coast to Coast is one of those programs that deals with strange mysteries. We'll look at Bigfoot. We'll look at UFOs. We'll look at real science. And we'll also look at conspiracies and what it all means to you, the listeners of Coast to Coast AM.
It's the best in overnight talk radio. Coast to Coast AM.
That's Coast to Coast every night at 10 p.m. right here on KTOX.
Hi, Crystal again from High Desert Heat. Never before in history has it been more important to hang on to your Second Amendment rights. Times are changing fast. Make sure you and your family are protected. At High Desert Heat, we have all your Second Amendment needs. Weekly CCW classes as well as training or even a try before you buy. Custom Cerakoting, engraving, ladies private and group shooting classes. We are your hometown family-friendly one-stop shop. High Desert Heat, 4410 Highway 95, Fort Mojave, Arizona, 928-763-4328.
Stuck in Bullhead City without a ride? Don't waste time. Call Taxi. We're your local experts for fast, reliable transportation around town, to the airport, or anywhere you need to go. Our friendly drivers ensure safe, comfortable rides at affordable rates, 24/7. Whether it's a quick errand or a night out, we've got you covered. Call now, 928-201-2953. That's 928-201-2953. Time Call Taxi, because time is money, and we're always on time.
Swantees of Bullhead City wants to make your life easier. Swantees has new Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, Dodge vehicles all in stock, like the 2025 Dodge Durango. Swantees features fast trade-in value, competitive specials, and no-hassle financing. Now Swantees wants your car, paid for or not. They will come to you, have an extra car, sell it to us today, or trade in to upgrade. Swantees of Bullhead City at 2494 Highway 95, right here in beautiful Bullhead City.
KTOX, we bring you facts without fear or favor.
To talk with Rob on the air, call 855-586-9134.
Bum, 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 Iran. Bum, 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 Iran. Bum, 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 Iran. What country's got a feeling really hit the ceiling? Bum, Iran. Bum, 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 Iran. Went to a mosque, gonna throw some rocks. Tell the Ayatollah, gonna put you in a box. Bum, Iran. Bum, 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 bum. Sam's getting pretty hot. Time to turn Iran into a parking lot. Bomb Iran, bomb, 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 Iran, bomb, Iran. The country's got a feeling, really hit the ceiling. Bomb Iran, bomb, 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 Iran. Call the volunteers, call the bombardiers, call the financiers. Better get their ass in gear. Bomb Iran, bomb, 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 Iran.
Alrighty, there we go. Now it's, the song gets stupid, but
yeah, that goes out to Donald Trump.
that goes out to the former
Donald Trump.
No, the former Supreme Leader.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
And bring them back alive, bomb Iran, bomb, 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 Iran. The country's got a feeling.
He's hanging out with little Nicky now.
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, you've seen that movie, Little Nicky, haven't you?
Well, I'm sure he was thrilled when he got 72 virgin goats.
Yeah. I bet there are elephants.
Oh, welcome. 855-586-9134. I had to play the whole thing. Oh, my goodness gracious me. I wasn't going to play that, because it's just kind of cold-hearted, but you know what? I'm sorry. I don't regret us going and bombing the hell out of the military there and taking out Khomeini. I really don't. I like I said, I'm not going to lose any sleep over tonight. I doubt I lose any sleep over tomorrow night.
Khomeini. Watch out for that bomb.
Yeah.
No, I know. Yeah, he was a mean, evil son of a bear. And I don't wish death on anybody, but he was creating so much death in his country.
Yes, very much
He
so.
was killing protesters by the droves.
By the job lots.
Yes.
I mean, tens of thousands of people.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy cow, that's not how you do things.
I mean,
now,
like I said, he's with Little Nicky now. That's a movie with Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it, go see it. and he's hanging out there with Hitler, and he's going to get the same thing Hitler got.
Oh, the pineapple?
Yeah, the pineapple up the rectum every day.
I don't know.
I think that's what's happened. It happened to Hitler.
I
mean, it's happening to Hitler.
According to the movie.
Yeah, according to Little Nicky. Yeah. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. It was on the TV, so I believe it.
Well, of course.
Yes, the Democrats taught me that.
The
left taught me that if it's on TV, it's real.
You know what? I'm watching videos out of Iran right now.
Okay.
And there are people dancing in the streets.
Yep.
Waving Iranian flags.
Yep.
And waving U.S. flags.
Yep.
They're not burning them. They're not chanting death to the USA.
See, the sad thing is right now is if nobody goes in there and liberates them, it's going to turn but the same thing because they're going to get the they say 40 of the top officials got killed. Okay, they're going to get 40 more top officials from somewhere to run the country if not us, but if somebody don't go in and liberate them.
Right.
I don't know if there's a plan for that or what, because there's got to be a plan for that.
Well,
otherwise it's going to be the same old.
Here's the thing, all right? And President Trump has been saying this the entire time. There will be no U.S. boots on the ground.
Right.
There will be no U.S. boots on the ground because we're going to go in. We're going to. They're in the find out stage of the FO.
That's right.
And frankly, the people of Iran have an opportunity to make the country that they want.
Mm-hmm.
They have the opportunity now to turn that back into a jewel in the desert.
What I'm saying is they don't know how to.
Possibly not yet. The thing is, if they try, they will find that they have support. They will find that they have support. They will have support from Israel. They'll have support from the United States. They'll have support from their other neighbors, like, I don't know, the United Arab Emirates, whatever it is, UAE.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to find that they have support from Jordan. They're going to find they have support from Turkey.
Well, I hope they do.
I
hope they get the right.
They will also find that they have support from a lot of European countries.
Well, just like a few days ago, when they took out the Mexican government took out the kingpin.
Yeah, well,
okay, there's more there. Mm-hmm. There's more there. It's just like I'm sure there's more in Iran. I hate to see this being half completed.
Yeah, well, I agree. Let's go to the phones real quick. KTOX, you're on there. Got about 30 seconds.
Yeah. I really don't understand what makes you think that we're being told the truth that no boots are going to be on the ground when America voted for no foreign wars and no nation building, and we got it anyway. What makes you think that?
Well, Chuck, I'm going to answer it this way, and then I got to let you go. Okay, hang on, Chuck. Are you going to let me talk, or are you going to just talk over me? That's easy. I'm going to answer it this way. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. All right, I'm going to trust that when Trump said we're not going to put any boots on the ground, I'm going to trust that he's not going to. If he does, well, then guess what? I get to criticize him.
Well, he did put his boats on the ground the last time moving in. Just recently, that other country.
What, Venezuela?
Yes.
Well, yeah, you had to get boots on the ground to snatch them, and then
there was boots on the ground.
Yeah, well, not for very long.
Anyway, Chuck, we also voted Republican. Thank you for calling.
Yeah, 855-586-9134.
For tomorrow.
Yeah,
we're over today.
That's okay.
We're done.
I'm over it today.
We're over it today. Tomorrow we're gonna recover from the political.
Unless I stop in.
Unless you stop in, but you're not gonna.
I might.
I guarantee you.
It is the Miss Rob Hanson radio program right here on the Tri-State's Undisputed Talk. That'd be KTOX 1340 AM and 92.9 FM. Go out there and make the world a better place. And do me a favor, would you? Go get your ham radio license. KTOX Needles. Peace out.
KTOX and K281CR Needles.
If you're just turning on your radios,
this is KTOX.
Bring you up to date on the news.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Mary Rose. President Trump says Iran's supreme leader has been killed in a joint U.S. and Israeli military operation. White House correspondent Greg Clugston reports.
The president announced the death of Ayatollah Khamenei in a social media post, writing that the supreme leader was one of the most evil people in history. Donald Trump also said the Ayatollah's passing is the single greatest chance for the Iranian people to take back their country. The death occurred after a joint U.S.-Israeli aerial bombardment, and the president said heavy bombing would continue for several days. Greg Clugston, Washington.
European leaders call for resumption of U.S.-Iran negotiations.
Britain, France, and Germany calling for a resumption of U.S.-Iran negotiations and condemning Iranian attacks on countries in the region. They did not comment on